All right,
I'm ready.
Gene. Are you ready to be counted in?
I'm ready, Mom.
Ready in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Yeah, hey, yeah. Where my mom's at? Where my mom's wearing thongs, hitting bongs at? Raising kids, cleaning shits, need a long nap. Where my mom's at?
Where My Mom's At podcast with Christina P.
What up, bitches? Oh, shit. September 9th through 11th. Creek in the Cave in Momston, Tejas. And then the tour continues. You guys, I'm ramping up. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm ramping up. Something's going to get filmed pretty soon. I'm just going to say that. We're going to sprinkle that little schnizzles in there. And then after Oklahoma City, come see it while it's still being worked on. I think it's fun to watch how the sausage gets made, don't you? It's really neat. September 23rd through 25th, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. October 6th and 7th, Indianapolis. And then, that's at Helium. That's a great club. October 21st through 23rd, Denver at the Comedy Vix. And then November 4th through 6th, Raleigh. And then Atlanta, Georgia at the Punchline in November. And then we go to Salt Lake City. And then San Antonio gets rescheduled into December. And then Orlando. And then something's going to happen. Tickets at Christina P online. Boom. Now, Annie, what were you saying before we started rolling? Go ahead.
Yo,
I wanted you to share it.
What's up, Mom?
Go ahead.
Good to be here.
Hi, buddy.
I was just saying, why the fuck is everything on fleek today? What the hell? What's going on with that? You got
First of all,
your eyelashes popping off, your hair's popping off, you got fucking bracelets on. What's going on here?
Okay.
What's up?
Thank you for noticing. By the way,
the other guy?
very rare.
Come on, I know this move.
Listen, I barely leave the house, okay? But there's no other guys. There's 2 little guys downstairs who I take care of all the time. That's it. Thank you for asking. So I put these on. These are Glamnetics. I decided to just try them. I got a wild hair in my ass. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep going. I'm going to put some hair in. This is what all the bitches do, by the way. When you see bitches with like a full head of hair and my age, that's just it's extensions, it's weave, it's whatever. And then I was like, you know what? This is my look inspired from the Queen's Gambit. You know, she does a mock turtleneck in the 60s and this. And then Nadav was like, you look like Steve Jobs. And then Lindsay, our other producer, was like, oh no, you look like Elizabeth. What's her name?
The Theranos girl.
The Theranos girl. And I was like, I kind of do look like the Theranos girl.
Elizabeth Holmes.
Oh, she's real special.
No, yeah, dude, you are
shit. That's pretty
personifying
accurate.
that shit.
That's pretty accurate. Goddamn.
Wait, hold up. Wait, she's dead behind the eyes, though. She would go. Yeah. This chick was wild. Did you see the documentary on this wild one?
Yeah, I started watching it, and it's fun. She's a real piece of work.
She's a real knucklehead, as my husband would say. She's a real wild one. I mean, talk about zero scruples and lying to people. For those of you who haven't heard the story, she claimed that she had invented or was a machine that could test your blood work, right? With just a prick of the finger. And then you could see what's going on in the body, because, you know, when you do a blood panel, you get your physical, it's just vials and vials and vials of blood, and it's misery.
And
everybody was
like results and stuff.
Yeah. So this was like this going to be this huge thing that revolutionized healthcare. And then it turns out there was no machine. She was faking results, and she had taken millions and billions of dollars from investors, and then poof, who knows? So she still hasn't gone to trial. She just had a baby recently. So welcome to motherhood, Elizabeth. What a neat time for you to have a child. What a perfect time to bring life into the world as you're about to go to trial for fraud. Cool. Yeah, not a good time. I'm dressed like her today. Also really interesting. I just saw it on the gram that Rachel Dolezal, one of the world's most popular transracial people. Now, Annie, are you aware of what transracial is?
No. Is that what they call bullshit, or what is that? I've never heard of that. what is this transracial thing? I would love that. Fuck it. Yeah. So wait, I could be white? Is that what you're telling me?
Absolutely.
Holy
Absolutely.
shit. Hell yeah. Guys, I'm
you-
white now. Let's do this.
Yeah, are you?
You hear that, cops?
You all in?
I'm all in,
Well,
baby.
listen. Well, we have to give you your white starter kit. First of all, do you like mayonnaise?
I
Can you like mayonnaise?
Can you learn to like it?
Can you learn to like mayonnaise?
Ranch? Can we settle on ranch?
yeah, we could,
I want to hear a clear yes from you.
I'm real, I'm open-minded.
No,
I
you have to love
I
ranch if
have
you're
to
white.
love it.
Or
You gotta
mayonnaise.
drink it, dude. You gotta be like, hey, what's pizza's best friend?
I don't know if
and
I
then your
could do this
answer
whole
is
white
ranch.
thing. I don't know if I could do this whole white thing. I think I give up already.
Also, do you like Lululemon pants? You have to wear yoga gear around. I
Wait a
mean, that
minute.
must be white women.
I'm turning into a white guy, not a white woman. Come on.
Oh, white guys.
Yeah.
White guys.
Yeah, wait, I'm supposed to have Lululemons?
You have to like athleisure wear. That's a very white thing, isn't it? Or is it an everybody thing?
That's true. Yeah, I gotta get the. What are those shoes that
Aloe
every
pants.
white dude
Crocs?
has? It's not Crocs.
That was
It's
disgusting.
New Balance. I gotta get the New Balance.
Those are the dad shoes. Those are dad shoes.
Yeah, every white
Those
guy's
are
got
white
the New
dad
Balance.
shoes. Oh my gosh, Tom and I were driving around this morning and he was doing the total dad move on me where he's like, okay, so I'm driving our car around. By the way, for the record, Yana, I haven't had a ticket or moving violation, fucking nothing. Okay, last speeding ticket I got, I was 27 years old. I was getting out of a small town in Oregon that I fucking hated and I couldn't drive fast enough. I was doing 53 and a 35. That was my last moving violation, a 20, a speeding ticket.
Good
I have not had a
record.
single, no accident, fucking nothing, bro. Okay. Now, my husband, on the other hand, not a clean record. He's had stuff happening. So he's sitting in my passenger seat this morning and he's doing that dad thing where he's holding on to the, oh, it's a wild ride. Like I'm so reckless, right? How I drive. And then like, we pull into the gas station. He's like, go up behind that lady. Go. And I'm like, I know, Dad. Like, I know how to fucking drive. What do you think? I'm R-worded? And then we're pulling out and he's like, no, you got to make a left, but look at the car. I'm like, oh my God. I have a perfect driving record. How dare you? How dare you? Like he was so
when
it's
people hold
he's
on
his
to
dad.
that, when people hold on to that Jesus thing where you feel like they're gonna cry, I want to punch him in the fucking throat. Like,
Me
you just stop. What are you trying to say? What are you trying? I'm fine.
Dude, I've been
I
in the car with you
know.
driving.
Yeah?
I think I held on to that handle also.
Did you die? Did you get hurt?
No, dude, but it was like, I think there was like, there's random times where I think all of a sudden just my hands kind of just like went up to protect my face like this because I didn't know if I'm bracing for impact
You're
or not.
just anxious, man.
Look, man, you can't get mad at me
Pussies.
for my body doing involuntary responses to try and protect itself.
No, I can. I can and I am. I'm offended.
Pussy.
Pussy.
That's the problem. Oh, so back to Rachel. So Rachel is one of the most famous examples of transracial. She was born a white woman and she felt as though she identified more with the Black community. And I believe was even involved. She was like head or something of some local chapter of, right? The ACLU or the
NAACP or something, right?
Yeah. She was very involved in the Black community. And then her parents ratted her out. Like her parents were like, yo, Rachel, what are you doing? Like you're wiggity, you're crazy. And so then she was outed as a white girl. And she claimed that she identifies as Black and she is in fact transracial. So good news, guys. Now you can masturbate to her. She is on OnlyFans. If you felt like, hey, I like this transracial chick, she's hot. Well, good news. Now she's naked on OnlyFans, and you can see her transracial body parts, her tits, and her ass. And we'll see. What do you think, NA? Does she pass as a Black girl? If you saw her?
I don't think this is good representative.
Yeah,
Hold on. Let me show you. Let me
some
show you
more.
while
Let's
she was
see
tricking
some
people.
real cool pics. And I kind of understand, like, I mean, we've all had friends, especially growing up in Los Angeles, that maybe identified culturally with a different group more. Kalila, she's from the Philippines, and she identified with the Cholas, with Hispanic girls in LA. So,
And
so part
I'm
of
the
it
same
is
too. I was I was always hanging with the Hispanic kids. Like when they had the tables, I was always at the Hispanic table for sure.
Okay.
So I feel that. However,
Would you sit at this
No,
table?
I'm just trying to argue her side. I'm trying to understand.
however, my friend, you are not black. I mean, she doesn't even look it at all. There's not even.
Well,
Like
that's the thing.
There's not a
but
hint
that's
of
the
it.
thing.
It's just the hair.
Right, but then that's the thing is that you go, well, what does a black person look like? Like, you can argue that black people come in so many different shades and, like you don't know what her ancestry is. And because there are really light-skinned black people, right?
Yeah, but it's like it's in the facial structure too, though. Like it's just not a black face. Like it doesn't look black to me. And I feel like I would know the difference between like a very light-skinned black girl and this girl. It doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't fit. And also, can we hear her talk? That's my thing too. How does this girl talk?
Oh, that's a good point. Can we play a clip of her talking?
I swear to God,
Yeah,
if
let's see if we could find a video.
Wait, do you mean to tell me, Annie, that there are black voices?
I mean, look, man, if let me hear it and I'll let you know. How's
Wait
that?
a minute. You mean, can you tell, do we need to play black girl or a white girl? And like, we'll do a series and see like if the person's black or not. Like, is that what you're telling me?
CP or black?
CP or black?
All right, Annie, close your eyes for a second.
All right. I'm picturing it.
Not for a friend, but actually for myself. If I was to start an OnlyFans or Patreon, would you rather see wellness, fitness, inside peaks, or art inside peaks, or
my
hair
vagina, or inside peeks into my vagina? She's asking what people want to see in her OnlyFans, and I'm like, bitch, what do you think they want to see? Like, let's think about that. Well, I mean, what the fuck? What else do you do on OnlyFans? You show your V and your boobs, right? Isn't that what OnlyFans is, or getting close to that?
It's all
that's what it's for.
Yeah, but no, I would definitely say she doesn't. No hint of black in the voice or look, except I guess the hair. Her hair is popping. I guess good for her. But yeah, that even like in the she cakes that foundation. Like that's uncomfortable.
Well, there's a reason.
I mean, right?
She's trying to.
She's
trying to change.
It's just rough. Yikes.
What about? So this is interesting though, because then I imagine how you feel right now as an actual black person. You're like, but then wait a minute, you can't. You're just saying it, and then you change your appearance, and now you're going to claim it. Like, okay, and then there's men that become women, and now they're calling it chest feeding and all this stuff, and I'm like, but you're not really. I mean, are you? You get to be in the club too. Like, so what does it mean to be in our clubs? You know what I'm saying? Is it, what does it mean to be a woman? What does it mean to be a black man?
What does it mean to be black?
Yeah. What does it mean to be a woman? What does it mean to be a black? And does it mean a black person? And does it mean that if you just change some physical characteristics, now you get to be part of our clubs? Like, is that all it takes? Or is there more to the, for instance, when you're classifying like things in the world, you say, oh, that's a beaver. I know that's a beaver because beavers have this kind of teeth and these kind of properties and this type of, and it eats this kind of food. And, like, how do you classify this kind of shit now?
I think, I mean, that's the thing about this that's the most uncomfortable is, I mean, number one, why? Why does she want to be? Is she trying to say that, like, yo, I'm a part of black, I struggle too? Is it that thing? Is it that she just wants to have, like, a group? She wants to have a home? Whatever it is, it's like it doesn't need to come from that. If I hung out with the Hispanic kids growing up, I never called myself a Mexican. Like, that's not, I don't need to. We're the crew. We're the squad. That's all that really matters. Why do I need to identify that, hey, by the way, just so you know, I'm not black, I'm Mexican. Like, you need to understand that. Why? Why do you need to understand that? Does that make me different?
But maybe they don't like their own identity. Like, maybe it's a form of self-hatred where you're like, yeah, but I've always hated being a white girl, so I'm going to change my identity. Like, I don't identify as a white girl. I've always grown up around black people. I've always talked that way.
I mean,
I don't know. I don't get it either. I'm trying to understand.
I mean, it is what it is. look, there's tons of times that I would have loved to be white, but let's be real, I'm not. I'm half white, I'm half black, but let's be real, I'm fucking black. That's what everyone has seen me as my whole life, but in the same way, it's like that's why you don't need to even specify that I am black or I am this, I am that. It's like if you're one of us, whatever us is, then you shouldn't need to say it. You just
right. You're
with
there,
us.
and that's
one.
another thing is that groups. There's no such thing as like a group that's awesome. Really, at the end of the day, everybody sucks. You know what I mean? Like there is no Hungarians, for instance. Like, okay, well, in those groupings of Hungarians, there are individuals who suck and there are individuals who are amazing. And every group that you can identify with, they suck, really. Totally. Like, so that's why this kind of need, this endless need right now for people to identify as. It's like, okay, now what? Like, okay.
Exactly my question.
I don't understand.
Now what? Like, why did you need me to know that? Is it because you need me to know that you struggle? Is it because you need me to know that you don't like what white people are doing? That's not, I can know that without you being black. Just tell me those things. True. You can struggle and be white. It's okay.
Growing up, cereal was one of the best parts of being a kid, but I had to give it up because I'm middle-aged. I can't eat sugar. I can't have junk. Until Magic Spoon. I love Magic Spoon. I feel like I'm being a bad girl, but I'm not because there's 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and only 4 net grams of carbs in each serving, and only 140 calories a serving. It's keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, and low carb. You can build your own box. Available flavors to build your own custom bundle are cocoa, fruity, frosted, peanut butter, blueberry, cinnamon, cookies and cream, and maple waffle. Delicious. I love Magic Spoon. Go to magicspoon.com/WMMA to grab a custom bundle of cereal and try it today. And be sure to use my promo code WMMA at checkout to save $5 off your order. And Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. Remember, get your next delicious bowl of guilt-free cereal at magicspoon.com/WMMA and use the code WMMA to save $5 off. And thank you, Magic Spoon, for sponsoring this episode. Moms, I know it's taboo to talk about sex and intimacy, but we have to because, look, you've got one life. Why not enjoy sex? Why not enjoy your vulva? Why not? Sex should be fun and satisfying, and sexual pleasure and wellness go beyond the bedroom, and they play a major part in your overall fulfillment and well-being, right? I mean, how many times you had sex and you're like, it was fine, depressing. Enter Foria. Foria creates intimacy products that fundamentally change the way you experience pleasure. With all natural botanical formulas that were crafted for women, Foria is like your pleasure godmother, here to remind you that your body can do amazing things and that you deserve to climax every time. When it comes to our bodies, what's good for nature is good for us. Foria's formulas are made with 100% organic, all-natural, sustainably grown ingredients to give people what they need to fully embody our most sensual selves. Foria is offering a special deal for our listeners. Get 20% off your first order by visiting www.foriawellness.com/WMMA or use code WMMA at checkout. That's FORIA wellness.com/WMMA for 20% off your first order. I recommend trying their Awaken Arousal Oil because it's amazing, and you will thank me later. OMG. Olive and June is amazing. Let me tell you what I did. I went on vacation with Mr. Segura, and I did a pedicure. I did a manicure at home using Olive and June. The nail polish lasted the entire week, even after I got home. And mind you, I was in the pool. I was in the ocean. I was digging sand with my paws, and the nail polish, I had bright red, lasted the entire time. I just actually took it off, and it was so easy to do. I love the polishes. They last forever, and they don't chip, and they're easy to remove. And I do my nails myself using Olive and June, their mani and pedi system. It's so, they give you tools that the professionals use, but it's easy to do yourself. Getting beautiful salon perfect nails at home is now a dream come true with Olive and June. Your new nail life is here. Visit oliveandjune.com/WMMA and use code WMMA for 20% off your first Mani system. This is an exclusive offer you can only get here. That's oliveandjune.com/WMMA, code WMMA for 20% off your first Mani system. oliveandjune.com/WMMA, code WMMA.
Shit, it's very weird, yeah. Like, and even in gender too, it is very weird that people are getting so adamant about the labels that other people need to use. My name is Annie, and
oh boy,
and it is not. That's not my natural born name, and because of that, I'll tell you what my name is. And if you say what is your natural born name, and I tell you, and you're like, well, with the way I just feel like it'd be more comfortable for me to call you that name because I just don't know what Annie means. Honestly, man, number one, I'm probably not going to fuck with you, but, like, I don't care. That's your right. You don't have to call me whatever I say you should call me. Call me whatever the hell you want. If I fuck with you, then I'll fuck with you. It doesn't matter.
I know. It's so, and I think people, there's two camps on that. And I agree, too. I'm kind of like, wait a minute. You can't dictate how other people are, A, going to see you in the world, perceive you, and B, you're not going to dictate. You can't possibly dictate how they're going to address you all the time. And to have those expectations, it's unrealistic and you're going to be very disappointed a lot in life. It's also a very victim mentality way to go around in the fucking world. And it's like, are you kidding me? The world is never going to conform to what you want it to be. So you may as well learn to suck it up, buttercup. And did you get this article? So apropos this discussion, this is fucking amazing. I shout out to Rob Eiler, who sends me all the stuff he knows I will just love. This was a Yahoo Life article. Just as more and more people are getting used to the idea of a relatively new pronoun that is neither he nor she, the singular they, them used by many folks, including Demi Lovato, where we covered her and her froyo thing, who identify as gender non-binary, there is now a newer, somewhat surprising pronoun rising in the popularity in the LGBTQ youth. Are you ready? You're supposed to refer to people as it, or its. It/its.
Bro.
Hold on. I feel neither feminine nor masculine. For me personally, I just feel more comfortable with it/its than he, him, she, her. Voxy, an Instagram user, tells Yahoo Life via DM, when people use she or he, I feel some sort of disgust, anger, because it's not fitting. When people use its, I feel some sort of happiness and comfort. I mean, look, instinctually, when somebody refers to an it, they're referring to a non-human entity. And it is something that is an inanimate object. So frankly, that would make me very sad if somebody wanted to be referred to as an object, an it. Yeah. That's my initial, I think that's very cruel and disrespectful. That makes me feel sad to call you an it. I won't call anybody an it. I think that's degrading. Personally,
I feel like we used that to like make fun of this whole thing when it started. Like, I'm just gonna call you it, and now they're leaning into it.
Well, at least according to Yahoo News, I don't know as a community if they are, but like, so here's another sign. Yeah, this is from LGBTQ.pride. Whatever Instagram. My pronouns are it/its. Jesus Christ. I mean, I don't know. Bro. I don't know. And then there's more.
It's is like 2/3 of my last name.
It's. God. My pronouns are e/em or xe/zem. I mean, So I don't know, man. I don't know. I really hope I really hope the pendulum swings back and we can start promptly making fun of this shit, because
I think we're getting real close to a tip.
I think we're right on the precipice. No, I mean, are we done? Is this done yet? This whole thing, these pronouns ad nauseum.
I've tried to imagine like a future world. Like, I imagine people before slavery being like, come on, it's never gonna, I try to imagine us being like, okay, no, really though, we should have been calling people it from the beginning. And I just can't fucking picture it, man. Am I that fucking ignorant? Is that what it is? Or are they all crazy? Come on.
I'm with you, Annie. Because I always think to myself, like when I have a strong reaction to something happening in the world, I'm like, okay, am I on the right side of history on this? Like I remember when gay people wanted to get married, and I was like, okay, that makes sense. Like that's instinctively, yeah, okay, sure, love, yes, that makes sense, duh. And then you're like, but the gender, but there's no binary, like, but science tells us that there is a binary. Like there's different ways to express yourself within those binaries. I agree with that. Like, well, what's wrong with being a super feminine male or a masculine male or a male with some of those traits here and there? I don't know. I don't know why we have to completely erase gender. I'm not sure that's the way to go, which is why I like Deborah So's book, but
that's an interesting observation too, because that is really the biggest difference of this and like slavery and gays not having rights and all that is that was like going against the church, religion, like beliefs and stuff like that. This is literally going against pure science.
Yeah.
It's such a big difference.
That's a great point.
It's not it's gender's not it's I think, but the argument, I understand what they're trying to say. So the argument is that gender is a social construct. It's not an inherent construct. And in saying that, if you release an inherent construct from something, then you go, so it's anything you want it to be. And I understand why they're doing that, because if you make gender anything you want it to be, theoretically, you're liberating men and women from traditional constraints, right? So in a philosophical, logical sense, if there is no essential nature to one's gender, then anything is possible. And I understand that argument from that logic is okay. But unfortunately, there are gender differences, physiological, biological differences, and it doesn't hurt their argument at all if you were to say, yes, there are men and women, and along the male and the females, there's a million spectrums as to how those things express themselves. And then there are people that are both. And those are the anomaly. But here for them, like I am, for instance, I'm feminine, masculine some days, right? I wouldn't call myself non-binary. I'm a less feminine, I'm not very as emotional, I think, as most. I wish I were. I'm not, but shit, I'm not non-binary. I'm a woman, I pump babies out of my cooch and I breastfeed them. And I wish we could be cognizant of everybody's feelings all the time, but my friend, it's just not possible. It's just not possible. Shit, everybody's got to wipe their fucking eyes. And also, this is not new. This non-binary is not new. If you look back at David Bowie, historic Ziggy Stardust, which everybody, by the way, is giving this guy this watermelon sugar. What's his fucking Harry Styles? Bitch, he ain't the first man to wear a dress and makeup. David Bowie did this shit a long time ago in the 70s. There he is, Ziggy Stardust. Okay, 100 times more teeth, 100 times more punk than hair. Look, I know Watermelon Sugar Guy's great and sweet and all, but I'm just saying it was done before. It's all been done. Prince was a feminine male, and boy was he male. Boy did he love fucking chicks, right? Every song that Prince wrote was about fucking girls. He couldn't be more heterosexual. But look how this fool dressed. He's a dandy, right? He wore lace, he wore heels, he danced, he was feminine. And he played with the idea of gender roles too, long before he would be considered non-binary now too, but he isn't. He is a big hard dick for women. He loved women. Apollonia, Vanity 6. He loved them all. What's her name too? That was fucking Dave Navarro. What's her name?
Carmen Electra.
Carmen Electra. He was fucking her when she was 20 years old too. Don't worry. Prince was in it. Prince was into all this shit. These guys invented non-binary. Fuck you, this generation. You guys did not invent this weird shit. Guys acting like girls, girls acting like guys. Long time. And Madonna was fucking with gender stuff too back in the day. Dressing as a man, dressing in BDSM, and yeah, come on, get the fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Let's do some follow-ups. Do we have any follow-up voicemails?
Yeah,
guys.
Indeed we do.
Elizabeth, what's her fucking name? I can't believe I look like her. I'm so upset.
That was so like it looks like you cosplayed as her. It was direct cosplay.
Cosplay. Shit, I'm not that nerdy.
All right, here's a follow.
Hey.
She's nerdy
Cosplay
as fuck. Is that cool, Annie?
Cosplay can be, yeah, man. That's a BDSM thing. Don't let fucking anime take away.
Oh, wait a minute.
Cosplay is not necessarily just like an anime nerdy. That's just whoever says the word. But
the majority of cosplay though is nerd shit.
Well, fuck it. We're taking over, baby.
Look, I believe you use it in a sexual way. Not a doubt in my mind that there's not sex involved when you cosplay.
But everything Annie does is cool. Like, he's cool.
I wish you were. I wish you were right and not super nice.
Well, you're cooler than all of us.
All right, here's the first follow-up.
Hey, mommies. So I have a follow-up for the Bon Appetit article discussion. I think what they're trying to say is that it's just no one's fucking business what your body looks like or what you're putting in your mouth or any of that. I do get what you're saying about health, but it's a bigger picture because people seem to think that they have an opinion on other people's bodies, and it doesn't really matter what they think, because if you're going to be overweight, you're probably just going to be overweight until you decide to change something yourself. I know this as a kid growing up in the 90s. My mom had me on every kind of 90s diet, and I just felt shamed and embarrassed, and it made me into more of a binge eater because I would just hide food from her instead of following these diets as a child, which I shouldn't have been doing anyways. Also, I'm 6 months postpartum, and some random middle-aged woman walked up to me at the park the other day and said she hoped I could get some help getting rid of my baby weight. It's just no one's fucking business. So that's my opinion on it. Love you, jeans.
Oh, this poor lady.
Yeah. Well, first of all, never fucking fat shame a woman that's just had a baby. That's horribly cruel. Apropos that discussion, apropos vis-a-vis. So that was a Bon Appetit article. I actually just looked at it. I just had it up. It was fantastic. This woman, here it is. I can bring it right up. This was fascinating. This woman, is this her name? Cornell Watt? No. Jessamine Stanley. And she wrote a piece. She came into, I guess, the zeitgeist, writing about how yoga was racist or white. It was like white supremacist. Yoga's white supremacist. I'm not informed enough. I cannot really speak on it, but this is the direct quote. This is in Bon Appetit magazine's Instagram feed. The quote is, "I try to separate myself from anyone or anything that makes me feel like there's something wrong with the way that I'm eating food, and try to appreciate all the beings that gave themselves to make that food possible." So, so part of it, and she is an overweight woman. She's sitting on her stool there, and I was so taken with this because I understand the movement of self-love. I understand that it's important to, you're right. It is nobody's fucking business. That being said, then don't go on fucking Instagram and sit on a stool naked and make it everybody's business. She's making it my fucking business. I didn't want it to be. And then I'm looking on Bon Appetit magazine and now it's my business. So I didn't want it to be. So she is saying, fuck you, it's my body. That is part of it. I agree. And I don't know what her story is. I don't know what kind of trauma she may have suffered in her life. I don't know what horrible things have happened to her along her journey that made her feel bad enough, to post this essentially. That being said, I think the positive side of it, because we discussed the negatives before in the episode, if you want to listen to that. The positives is that now there's a movement of people saying, yeah, I'm fat. I'm fucked up. I'm going to accept this about myself. And I hope the next thing after the acceptance of one's self and the self-love is to go, I may have to improve myself here. I may have to work on this part of myself. Versus shame, which I agree, caller, that your mom putting you on diets and shaming you isn't really, we joke about that shame is a great motivator, and it can be. That's how I operated for many years. But you're right. It tends to lead to self-loathing and more cyclical shame. Mm-hmm. So if self-acceptance and self-love is the first step in the process of becoming healthier, becoming better looking, let's face it, I I don't know. Maybe there are some places where morbidly obese women are considered very beautiful, and there definitely are in the world. In the Western world, it's not necessarily the case. So shit, get with the program, lady. I don't know.
But I mean, I think there's also a point here in that there's a bit of a difference in what this follow-up voicemail was. And that it wasn't society telling her that she needs to lose weight. It was her mom.
Her mother, yeah.
Which is completely different from society shaming you. Like when your mother shames you, that's like, you need therapy, you know? Like that will imprint on you, that will fuck you up for the rest of your life.
Course.
And you need to try and fix it, you know? And it's not.
Listen.
Yeah.
But listen, if there's one thing I've learned in therapy, it's that whenever somebody stands up and says, the world is telling you that usually 9 times out of 10, it's mommy or daddy that told you that growing up. And now you're projecting this view onto the world. Now, is that always the case? No. Objectively, there are things that the media pumps out, et cetera, that can have a negative effect on people. But I'm telling you, most of the time, it is you fucking being like, everybody thinks I should be skinny. Really? I don't know. But in that woman's case, you're absolutely right that her own mother was like,
right,
you're fat. You need, so she's internalizing that. And then she's like, it's nobody's fucking business if I'm fat. And then she reads that, she sees the Instagram and she goes, yeah, see, it's nobody's fucking, yeah. So it's all
right. And it's like, and I don't know about you. I mean, I feel like this is just kind of like, whenever I hear anyone say like, hey, I'm perfect, there's nothing for me to improve, it's like, that's a psychopath. If you think you're perfect and you have nothing else that you need to fix, you are 100% wrong if you think. You know,
have you met somebody like that?
Yeah, I feel like. Well, I think that's what these like Instagram posts are all like. The whole like accept me for who I am. I'm fine just the way I am. No, you're not. No one's fine the way you are.
That's so true. I agree with that too. Well, don't you find? Well, I agree with you. Yes, and don't you find this whole self-love movement? It's kind of like rappers doing that boast and brag rhyme shit. Like, I'm the fucking best. I'm number one. I'm the million. I'm the illest. It's like, no, you're not. You're an insecure little boy. Jay-Z, when he started rapping, you know, was flashy, right? He didn't have the money, but he would rent flashy cars and he'd wear flashy jewelry to convince other people that he was that famous and rich. And then he became that famous and rich. So it fucking works. But
right.
But I'm saying this whole mythology of I'm the best, I'm a 10, I'm perfect. Like that famous TikTok right now where he's like, what do you rate yourself as? And she goes, I'm a 10. And he's like, no, really, what do you rate yourself as? I'm a 10. It's like, no, you're not. None of us are 10s. Nobody's a fucking 10. Very few people. And when I say 10, I'm not just talking aesthetics. I'm talking internally, that your house is clean. Your emotional house is fucking clean. That you have good relationships, that your career is on point. Your body's on point. You're like, nobody, very few people. This is a horse shit movement. Now I agree. You know what? Fuck you. Hate yourself. Hate yourself more and talk about your flaws and what sucks, and let's all get better collectively. We should stop fucking loving ourselves. So I agree. God damn it.
When traveling to a destination where you don't know the language, it can be challenging to accomplish even the simplest of tasks. I remember when I landed in Paris and I could not even ask for a train ticket, and it was so embarrassing. I wish I had Babbel. Babbel, the #1 selling language learning app. Through Babbel's bite-sized lessons, you'll learn new language skills that you can actually use in the real world. From greetings, menus, and directions to gaining a deeper understanding of the culture, Babbel is a travel essential. I have been learning Spanish on my Babbel app on my phone. I do it whenever I have 15 minutes, you know, and the kids are playing in the backyard. I'll open Babbel and I'll learn Spanish because I'm trying to talk to my husband who is fluent in Spanish. And they're only 15-minute lessons. Makes it the perfect way to learn a new language on the go. And it's also practical. 14 different languages, including Spanish, French, Italian, and German. Right now, when you purchase a 3-month Babbel subscription, you'll get an additional 3 months for free. That's 6 months for the price of 3. Just go to Babbel.com and use promo code WMMA. That's BABBEL.com, code WMMA. Babbel, language for life. How much do I love Brooklinen? I love when Brooklinen comes into my life. I love talking about Brooklinen. Why? I sleep on their sheets. I have purchased Brooklinen sheets for other people in my life. I give them to 28-year-olds who have never owned their own pair of sheets. Nadav, I bought him some a while back. Everybody loves them. And it's summer, which means hot-ass days, man. But on your Brooklinen sheets, you're going to sleep nice and cool. Why? They keep you cool in the summer, and they keep you warm in the winter. It's just so clean and delicious. High-quality home essentials at Brooklinen that don't cost an arm and a leg. And people, what a success. Brooklinen works directly with manufacturers to make luxury available directly to you without the luxury level markups. So give yourself the comfort refresh you deserve and get it for less at Brooklinen. Go to brooklinen.com and use promo code WMMA to get $20 off with a minimum purchase of $100. That's BROOKLINEN.com and enter promo code WMMA for $20 off with a minimum purchase of $100. That's brooklinen.com, promo code WMMA. Vital Farms. My goodness, I love Vital Farms. You know, when you're at the store and you're like, are these eggs fresh? Were these eggs laid by real hens? Is this real? Vital Farms. It is real. They work directly with small family-run farms in the pasture belt to ensure the hens have outdoor access year-round. How great is that? The humanely raised hens spend their days doing things that hens love to do with 108 square feet of sunny space per hen. That's 90 times more space than a cage-free hen. Hens are raised on pastures that are free of herbicides and pesticides that are rotated in order to do right by the land. I mean, what a fantastic product. Vital Farms is committed to the ethical treatment of animals and the land they raise them on. I love Vital Farms. They have the best eggs in the world, and they treat their hens with love, so my omelets taste even better. And I tell you, you know what's special? You see the egg? It's got a nice dark yolk. Vital Farms. Okay, so if you support companies that believe in doing good from top to bottom, try Vital Farms eggs. Look for Vital Farms in the grocery store and visit vitalfarms.com to learn more. Vital Farms, where honest food is raised.
I think too, like you comparing it to the rap game is important because when if you're in a rap game and you're talking about I'm fucking dope, you know what I'm saying? I got chains, I got money, I got bitches, you know. But what you're being proud of something. Say it's fake. You're being proud of having things that people generally want, right? There's a difference between being proud about that and being proud about not being fit, like about being unhealthy. That's not the same thing. No one wakes up that is unhealthy and thinks like, fuck yeah, dude, I need to do way more of this shit. Like, of course the goal is to get out of that. So there's a difference there's a difference between, you know, accepting where you've come and then being proud of your flaws. It's like, hey man, I'm a fucking alcoholic, nigga. Like, check this out. Like that. No one likes that.
I do heroin every day. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, some of these people are just like, how dare you have goals? Trying to improve yourself.
And also, might I add, Jay-Z now, he's arguably one of the most successful rappers of all time. Multi-billionaire, right? Is he a fucking billionaire? Well, look at him now, how he dresses. He doesn't wear the fucking rollie. He doesn't have the chains anymore. He doesn't do any of that shit. He looks like he drives a fucking Honda Accord because everybody knows how rich he is. He doesn't have to tell you anymore. So anyway, that's my love of Jay-Z. You know, I worship at his altar.
Yeah, like he's just trying to be comfortable.
Yeah, now he's like, fuck you. I already got the money. I got the girl. I got the car. Fuck you. I got the kids. I got everything. I don't need to show you I'm wealthy. You know I'm fucking rich. Look at him. He's just wearing a baseball cap.
Yeah, he's literally just happy.
Exactly, which is real confidence. That's a mature man. And you hear him talk now. The guy is he's brilliant. Very insightful, very a self-aware guy. But you're right. Being proud of your flaws, I would argue, is overcompensating. I think accepting them and loving, in a sense, quote, loving yourself for with the flaws is a big step. But then you go, yeah, but I still want to improve.
Absolutely.
I still want to improve.
Absolutely. Yeah. You said it right. It's like that is the first step, is to acknowledge, you know, and be okay with it, come to terms with it. But then you take the next step and fix it. Whenever you can, at least, whenever you're ready.
Versus, I'm going to ignore anything anybody says bad about food, my relationship to food, or da-da-da. It's like, maybe you should listen to some of the messages. That being said, again, we don't know this woman's story. So then you start to think in terms of like, what kind of shit has she gone through in her life? Like maybe her sitting on that stool in her underwear saying, hey, I love myself is a huge deal for her. You know, maybe she really hasn't loved herself ever. So for her to come out and be like, I love myself is maybe a really, really big deal. So you don't know where people are at with this kind of shit. But is it fun to make fun of? Absolutely. And will I continue to? Yeah. Yeah, because I don't give a shit. Like, I mean, shut the fuck up. You're a grown up. Grow up.
Right.
I don't care about anybody's feelings. People don't fucking care about mine. Go through my DMs one day. If you want to cry, go ahead and look through my DMs. That 99 plus section, woo, that's a fucking doozy. Okay. Ain't nobody worried about my feelings. So I'm not worried about theirs. Go fuck yourself.
And it's like, and I'm not saying like to every morning you look in the mirror and like say like, hey, you suck, because that's not healthy.
That's not good either.
But what is good, like, is looking in the mirror and saying like, hey, you know what? You're dope. You're good enough. You're smart enough. People like you. But that's a sometimes thing. You don't do that every morning.
That's not cute,
A sometimes treat.
Sometimes treat self-love.
Self-acceptance. It's only on Mondays, motherfucker, and then you get to work, bitch. Like,
even every week is too much, man. It's a once a month thing. It's you should not remember the last time you did it.
No, boo-boo. No. Oh, no, I don't agree with that.
Oh shit! Looks like I'm not done with therapy yet, huh?
Not quite. Oh, I keep doing the work. Okay, can I tell you a really corny thing that I did that worked really well? That's going to help you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Louise Hay, famous self-help guru. Go look up all her stuff. Louise L. Hay. She's got these great audio books and everything. She does this thing called mirror work. It'll make you vomit, just even me saying it. It's the cheesiest, corniest, but you guys watching this too. If you think you don't love yourself, if you think you have self-esteem issues, take a mirror. There she is. Oh, I loved Louise Hay. She just passed. Louise L. Hay. She does mirror work. So go get a mirror, hold it up to your face and say, I love you.
Oh, wow. That's
and
the
see
opposite
what comes
of what
up.
I said.
Right. But I'm telling you, it's a corny exercise. It's corny and embarrassing to even admit that I did this. Do it and just see what comes up. Like, look at yourself in the mirror and say, I love you. And see, and listen to the voice. What does the voice say to you? Does it say, no, you don't. You're too fat. No, you don't. You're too stupid. You suck. You're not talented. You're fucking too old. You're too young. You're too skinny. You're too whatever. Here, listen to what you're telling yourself. You'll be blown away. Blown away.
Hell yeah.
Try it, Nadav. Let's do it, Nadav. Do it when you go. Nadav, go to the bathroom right now.
Right now?
Go look in the mirror.
Uh-huh. Yeah, what am I saying? I'm saying you're good enough.
You're going to look in the mirror.
Uh-huh.
No, you just say
no, you're going to say, I love you and see what happens. Do you have a mirror in there, anybody?
Okay, there's a mirror right here. Okay.
Oh, my God. Just say, I love you.
I love you,
really...
Nadav. I don't like it. I don't like it.
I really, really love you, Nadav. Say it. Say it.
I can't. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it.
You self-loathing piece of shit. Say you love yourself.
Fuck, I thought I was getting so much better. I've been in therapy for like a year. He's like, I'm proud of the progress you made. I have so much more work to do. I love you, Nadav. Oh, God, no, I can't do it.
You piece of shit. Yeah. Isn't it horrible? It's so hard the first time you do it.
Yeah, that sucks, dude.
It's so fucking hard. And I started doing it. I don't do it frequently. The first time I did it was like 7 years ago. And I remember being like, oh, like the horrible shit that I had that reaction to of like, ugh. And that's weird. Like again, like I don't believe in false, like I'm the best. I'm the shit. Like you don't have to be the best. You don't have to be the shit. You fucking, it's not that. It's just going like, I'm going to accept myself today. And I don't know if you should post it on Instagram. I don't think that's a good idea.
That's really good advice.
Yeah, how about we all just like ourselves or loathe ourselves quietly, okay?
And if you do, though, at the very least, understand you're specifically asking for feedback. You're asking for it. So if people don't like you, guess what they're going to say? Guess what they're going to say, motherfucker? They don't like you.
Well, there's an old saying in philosophy is, I think, was it Heidegger or Nietzsche? Depending on who you ask, if you want to know the answer to a question, depending on who you ask, you know what kind of answer you will get. Meaning, if I want to know if God exists, I'm going to ask, if I ask a priest, what do you think he's going to say? Well, of course God exists. If I ask Annie, does God exist?
Fuck no.
Fuck no. So I know already the answer in the asking. So formulating the question is half the battle, right? What's the question? So same thing, like you just said, if I know I'm going to put myself out on the internet, what do you think is going to fucking happen? You think millions of people are just going to applaud you and think you're amazing? No. Everybody's fucking crazy out there and they're going to tell you what a piece of shit you are and blah, blah, blah. It's like, it's delusional. These poor people set themselves up and they can't handle the heat. They can't handle it. It's fuck. At first, a fragile girl like that sitting naked and saying that she's proud of her fat and all. Somebody needs to take her and say, baby, stop. Don't do this to yourself. What are you doing?
Yeah. I feel like it's I feel like it's instantly understood as an artist. If you're a creator, you get that because you put your shit out there all the time and people very clearly tell you if it's not good. So you're used to that. Like it's instantly understood for people like us.
Yes. But of course, and as a stand-up comedian, you know within seconds, milliseconds, if your shit is flying or not with the audience. That feedback loop is quick. I mean, and look, it takes years to build resilience to that. You think I didn't become like this overnight. This is, 20 years of being in the public place and putting myself out there and dealing with people's opinions of me and blah, blah, blah. And it's a whole, I could fucking teach a seminar just on that. Shit, I think I should. All these YouTubers, these poor kids who are famous, they all fall apart and get depressed and sick and mentally ill because they're not ready for that. You can't be 15 years old and making videos and millions of people know you and hate you at the same. It's nutty. You can't get famous that fast. It's just not good for you. It's good to do the slow grind. 20 years. It should take 20 years to get famous. That's perfect time for you to get used to it. You build, not overnight.
That'd actually be a pretty good idea to put kind of like on booze and cigarettes, put an age limit on when you could start posting YouTube videos and shit.
I mean, look, bro. Look, I think a lot of people need to have a consultant, especially celebrities with their Instagram accounts and TikTok and all this shit. Yo, if you don't have a friend being like, you shouldn't post that, that's a bad idea. Like, here, you should save that for that's your stuff, I mean, listen, I follow so many crazy celebrities and I'm thankful for it that they don't have people in their lives who love them enough to tell them not to do shit.
Ooh, Christina, we got to trade some follows. I got some good ones for you.
Oh, okay. Well, let's do it right now. Who you got? I got some good ones.
All right, I got a couple good ones for you. Do you follow?
Who are you following?
Mickey
who's
Rourke?
your jam?
You follow him?
Of course I follow. His face is a fucking disaster.
Oh, it's not even his face. If
Nuts.
you analyze his posts, it's the wildest fucking shit. He does multiple lanes. He does either fitness posts, cute animal posts, or RIP posts that are really inappropriate. Like there was a director or something or a cinematographer friend of his that had died, and his RIP tribute post to him was a picture of him sitting on his lap. And he's like, "Miss you every day, buddy." And it's like, what the fuck is this? Hold on, I gotta find this for you.
No, I'm looking. I love it. I am into it. I am in. I'm really into Paulina Poroskova. She was a huge model in the 80s and 90s, and now she is in her 60s, and she posts herself crying and stuff, which is like, ugh. Man, if that ain't rule number one of social media, like don't post yourself crying. It's just embarrassing. I think it's just embarrassing. I can't.
Who else is good? Dennis Quaid's brother, Randy.
Randy, wasn't he a pedophile? Oh no.
Oh Jesus, I hope not.
Oh no, I'm sorry. That's the guy from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Whoops, just ruined his Instagram.
All right, so Christina, check out this RIP post. I think Annie's about to show it to you.
Yeah.
That's him saying, I miss you every day, buddy. Do you see it?
Yes.
And it's like, there's so many emojis, and it's just,
It's chaos.
It's so weird,
It's
man.
chaos. You know, back in the ye olden times, back when studios owned actors, they managed their professional appearances. Meaning, if if Scarlett O'Hara or whatever the fuck was a drunk, you didn't know about it because the studio would clean up their messes. But
Right.
now with social media, you know exactly who's bipolar and who's a drunk and who's out of their fucking minds. So, all right, let's move it along here. Another follow up. This one I really liked. If you want a new way to promote your shows, you can tell people it increases fertility. My husband and I came to your show in Liberty Township, and we just found out we're pregnant. And the baby was conceived the night of your show. Hell yeah. Through breastfeeding my May 2020 baby and my autoimmune disease, I had a low chance of getting pregnant, so we didn't follow proto. Our next little parasite will be coming out in May. Here's to another 2 years of having uneven, saggy mommy milkers. Love you, Mommy P. Lauren. Congratulations. See, guys? My show will get you pregnant. That's what Tracy Morgan said. Girl, I'll get you pregnant. I'll get you pregnant. Yeah, that's it. You know, people are telling me I need my own fart mic. Duh. Do we have the technology for that? Probably not yet.
Nope, technology's not there yet, but Lord knows scientists are working hard every day to figure out to get enough inputs into this board so we could record your farts.
Great. Oh, thank God. Are there any
it's my
like
top
do we have
priority,
any
Christina.
Is that your top priority?
It's my top priority. I'm really trying to
Tech
figure this
guys?
out for you. I'm technologically advanced, but when it comes to this problem, I'm just at a loss. It's really complex what you got working in there.
Like, I know you guys have said that there's mixed reviews on the fart mic. I don't believe it. I don't believe you.
Hold on, how unmixed do you think these reviews are? Give me a percentage on how many people.
I think people really loved it, and you guys are just haters. You just don't want to deal with it. You know what I mean?
No, you know what it is? It's maybe it's the sometimes treat. Maybe it's just after a real gassy lunch, like once every couple months, maybe we'll find an input for it. But other than that, kind of. No, you know what? I'm seeing from the tech director that we can't make enough inputs. So it was a nice thought. Maybe in the future, maybe at the new Austin build, we'll figure something out. But I guess it seems impossible for now.
Man, if I've learned one thing living in Texas is that it is hot, and you need to hydrate, which is why we love Liquid IV in the Segura house. Man, that is all we drink because it hydrates faster than regular water. Just one stick of Liquid IV in 16 ounces of water hydrates faster and more efficiently than water alone. And it really tastes fantastic. There's watermelon. My favorite is strawberry and lime. And it's like so summery and so fresh, right? It contains 5 essential vitamins, more vitamin C than an orange, and as much potassium as a banana. It's healthier than sugary sports drinks, no artificial flavors or preservatives, and less sugar than an apple, which is why I like my kids. My kids think they're getting a great treat. You know what I mean? They think it's candy. I'm like, it's Liquid IV. It's my secret. Optimal ratio of glucose, sodium, and potassium delivers water and nutrients into the bloodstream. It's the perfect balance to help you hydrate more quickly and effectively than water alone. Grab your Liquid IV in bulk nationwide at Costco, or you can get 25% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use code WMMA at checkout. That's 25% off anything you order when you get better hydration today using promo code WMMA at liquidiv.com. Ooh, Ring. You guys know Ring. We use Ring cameras here to keep our studio secure. And it's so easy. I get notifications on my phone. Boop. I can see what's going on at our place of business. And now Ring Alarm has come into play. And that is so fantastic. What an easy product. It's easy to set up. And you use the same thing. You have an app. And it just gives you peace of mind. Ring Alarm is protection and peace of mind. It's a powerful, affordable home security system that you can easily install yourself. Ring Alarm works seamlessly with other Ring products to protect every corner of your home, inside and out. Best of all, it all works together in one simple app. Come on, with Ring, you can keep an eye on your home from anywhere, right from your phone. If something is happening at home, Ring lets you know. It's peace of mind anytime knowing that your home is protected. We love Ring, the system, because you don't have to have a company come out and deal with it. It's just you do it yourself. Protect your home anytime from anywhere with Ring Alarm. Go to ring.com/WMMA for a special offer on a Ring Alarm security kit today. You can build a system that's right for your home and have it up and running in minutes. That's ring.com/WMMA. That's ring.com/WMMA. God, the Austin build. When is that going to happen? It's terrifying, isn't it?
2023. Here we come.
Well, I heard y'all want to build a studio in Texas. So, yeah.
The contractor.
You're all going to have to file a permit. How long will that take? Well, first we're going to look at the price. It's just like everything moves at a glacial pace.
Well, it's so hot out there for our contractors. It's difficult to get stuff done.
By all means, move at a glacial pace. You guys are going to die. I had some railings that need to be redone in my house. That's just been going for months. Everything's slower. Everything's bigger and slower in Texas. They left out the second part, and slower.
Also, apparently buggier too. Apparently bugs are a big thing. My pest. I got a new place and I'm already getting it. Like the pest guy came over and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And he sent a text to me after like, hey, all good, everything's done, swept all this and all that. And he said, you might see some activity in the next couple weeks, but don't worry about that. It's going to be after. I'm like, why would you say that? What are you talking about? What the fuck does activity mean? Isn't that your job to make sure that doesn't happen? There is no activity? What activity?
I'll tell you what it means. So first of all, Austin is a unique climate in that it's the intersection. It's where the desert ends and the beginning of the South begins, right? So you've got these two climates that meet beautifully in Austin, which is why it's green and lush. It's a jungle. So the jungle, you're going to have critters everywhere. So just what he means by action. So we just got sprayed for roaches. This is the best part because I see like one roach a week, but usually on its back with its legs moving in the house. And I'm like, well, that's good. He's dying. So I'm always happy because it's not a running roach. It's a dying roach. So Tommy complains, there's a roach. I go, yeah, but it's dying. It means it's good. So the roach guy came yesterday and he goes, oh, I know why you're still seeing roaches. They didn't do the attic. And I go, well, you fucking kill. Get in there and kill everything. So he sprayed and the activity is the residual death. You're going to see some stragglers. So I've seen some war-torn looking roaches on their last legs. And I say, good, kill. And there's snakes. We have fucking snakes, scorpions. So don't walk around barefoot.
Hey, Christina.
It's wild.
Can I tell you something? Hey, you're really not making this better, Christina. Hey, could you stop? I really don't like this explanation.
Yeah.
I'm fucking terrified.
Can I tell you the upside? Why I love Texas?
Is you sure it's an upside?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I trust you.
I'll tell you why. This shit is wild out here. Like, yo, you can fucking throw fireworks off the lake. You can fucking carry a gun in your bag. You don't want to wear a mask? Don't fucking wear a mask, bro. You want to own a tiger? Own a tiger. It's Texas. Like, their shit is so much freer than LA. Like, that is the one nice thing about like Austin. It's like, it's fucking free. It feels like it is the Wild West, bro. Like, there's a reason the Cowboys came here. They're like, fuck you, I'm gonna ride a horse. Like, it's insanity. You can just do what you want. I was at the club with Tony Hinchcliffe, Rogan, Duncan. We're all fucking smoking cigarettes in the green room. Just like, it's like the 90s. It's so great. Just whatever. I don't give a fuck.
That is good news. I'll give that to you.
It's great.
I can't wait.
No, I don't think the pot thing. That's not good. Drugs. I don't know because I don't do.
No. We're clear on that department. It's medical marijuana is coming in, and I'm getting licensed up, baby.
Woo! What are you doing for me, Annie?
Woo! We about it, baby. I'm telling you, one day you're going to see me making those same videos. I just got out of jail, baby. Woo!
Baby.
We out of here. Let's go.
All right, Gene. So we have some more follow-ups. We have some mom hacks.
Yeah, let's do mom hacks. That's more fun.
All right.
Mom hacks.
All right. So this first one seems fun.
Hey, Mommy. I'm calling. This is a mom hack and kind of a Pozitsky effect, but I had my first baby almost a year ago, and after getting a lot of gifts that I don't need or want or will never use, I started an Amazon wish list. And so I've been sending the link to all my in-laws, and anything they say, oh, do you want us to get the baby anything? I say, yeah, get it from the wish list. And I have a whole bunch of shit we need or the baby would like. And I actually prioritize things by, you can like do high or low priority. And so I have things for the next 2 or 3 years on there, and I will just add shit to it when I'm thinking of stuff and scrolling Amazon. I'll just pop it on the wish list. And anyways, that's a good way to get shit you don't need because I have too much of that. So yeah, bye.
Excellent idea. And I would even add on holiday stuff, birthday lists, because that's the first thing the in-laws and the aunts and the uncles ask me is, well, what are the boys into? What toys should I get them? So that's great for holiday gift buying. And by the way, when you're having a baby, tell people, hey, if you're going to buy me baby clothes, do not buy newborn sizing. So when they have their sizes, right? Newborn, 0 to 3 months, 6 to 9, blah, 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 is because that newborn size lasts for like a week. And sometimes newborns are born bigger than the newborn size. Like my second child was way bigger than a newborn. So you have I had all these lovely newborn onesies and they never got used. So tell people, buy me like 1-year-old clothing, but also be careful with that because you want to know what season your kid will be in when they turn 1. For instance, I was given lovely winter clothing for my 1-year-old who turned 1 in the middle of summer, and then I could never use again. So that is a great mom hack. I'm going to start doing that. The Amazon list for like Christmas, birthdays and shit too. Yeah. Smart. I always felt like such a douche doing a wish list on Amazon.
It's one of those things. I mean, I was just discussing this with Enya. I've never seen someone outside of like a porn star trying to get like incels to buy them shit. Yeah, it's like, oh, moms with baby stuff, and like, oh yeah, that's totally another use for Amazon wish lists.
No.
And next they'll get an OnlyFans. It's the first
OnlyFans. OnlyFans. It is the OnlyFans, right? Is that number 2 or number 1? The OnlyFans and the Amazon wish list.
The wish list, yeah, is the gateway to the OnlyFans. Generally, they're like, wait a minute, people will give me things for nothing. Hold on. So let me just start an OnlyFans. Just put my feet pics up, and it goes from there. It goes from there.
Like that mentality is so wild to me when people are like, I just want a handbag. Like, who can I fuck to get a handbag? Like, you need a handbag that much? Like, it's
well, that's the crazy thing now is you don't have to fuck anyone to get a handbag. You could just post pics of your feet. Christina, you're on WikiFeet, remember? You could just make one right now and get your own. Don't you want a handbag?
Christina's on WikiFeet?
Yeah, we discovered that on YMH a long time ago. When what was it?
Are you sure?
Yeah, you posted a picture of you were getting like a pedicure a long time ago.
Oh no!
Remember that?
Oh, I'm honored. I made it to WikiFeet. I'm officially a celebrity.
Oh, good, and it's up to date. Your broken ankle's on here too.
That's a bad picture. My pedicure's not good. Oh no!
No, don't worry.
Broken ankle.
Don't worry, Christina. Someone's getting hard to this stuff.
My broken ankle made WikiFeet. What a wonderful moment! I'm so happy to be alive.
Imagine how much money you could be making off of these.
I know. This is money in the trash right now. And I got all these dirty underwear I'm sitting on too. Damn, all these dirty socks I should be selling. This is so wild that anyone wants to see this. Okay. I do have nice feet though. I mean, my pedicure's not up to date there. I am embarrassed to say. Wow, I am proud of my feet though, I will say. Oh yeah, that's a benefit ad.
This is wild, dude. I can't believe this exists. Wow. Look how little foot you see in this one. It's just peeking out the bottom.
Oh, right. That's from like a YMH thing we did. Oh,
yeah,
that's
that was
funny.
from like you were doing the post.
That's the Naughty and Sort of Nice tour I did with April Macy. This is how I got to feature on the road because I wouldn't book 2 female comics on the same bill unless we created this ridiculous show idea.
Isn't that nice that WikiFeet also acts as kind of like a memory lane for you? It's like, oh, I remember what my feet were doing in 2008.
Yeah, that's how you know you've really made it when you have a WikiFeet trail. Oh
I'm pregnant.
That's the one that you discovered on YMH.
That's also your foot?
Yeah, but this is literally a day before I gave birth to my first child. Ella, so look how it's like a baked potato. Yeah, look how swollen that little nugget is. It's so swollen.
It looks more swollen than when you broke it.
Yeah, well, because it's full of fluid. Yeah, I was so super pregnant, super fat too. I gained like 80 pounds during the pregnancy. Yeah, that lady did not like me. I was like, "Can I take a picture of you?" And she's like, "What?" I'm like,
now, what reason would she have to not like you, Christina?
Nah, well, I was nice to her. Well, is that my stepmom? That could be my new stepmom. I don't even know. I've never met her before. She is Vietnamese. Fuck me. All right. What else we have? Let's do another mom hack.
We got another mom hack for you.
Okay, good.
Hey, Christina. This is Jessica from Modesto, California. We've had a mom hack for older kids that you're trying to get to take on more responsibility. Recently figured out that my 10, 11, and 13-year-old can easily be coaxed into doing household chores if I just walk around the house mentioning things that they want for Christmas. So every time we walk into a room where they haven't cleaned up after themselves, I just say Oculus. And they magically have started cleaning up and doing things without me having to explain. So it's worked pretty well so far. It's only been in testing for about 2 weeks, and hopefully it'll kick on. So hope it helps. Thanks.
That's amazing. I like to use, so that's positive reinforcement. I, of course, go negative, and I like to do the counting thing. 1, don't let me get to 3, 2, and then by 3, whatever I want is done usually. Now, I wonder how long that's going to fucking last.
I was about to say, it's a dangerous game, Mommy. Let me tell you, once I learn nothing happens after 3, that's it for you, Chief. That's a wrap.
That's a wrap. I got to figure out what to do at 5. I'm like, what happens at 5? No one's asked me yet. No. Shit, you're right.
Well, no, then you start adding half numbers, though, right?
Yeah.
2.5.
2 and 3/4.
2 3/4, and then you're kind of teaching them. Then it's kind of like a good thing.
Well, what's really worked was the talking in the speaker of the monitor. If I have to talk, if they have the fear of God in them that I'm going to say something over that speaker, so they stay in bed.
Because they're like, mommy's terrified. Watching.
Yeah, I tell them, I'm watching you fuckers. It's like the Panopticon. It's Foucault's Panopticon. That there's a watcher in the tower, and he's watching all the prisoners. It doesn't matter if anyone's in the tower or not.
What is that?
The Panopticon. It's actually not Foucault. It was based on a different philosopher, but he adapted the Panopticon. So anyway, the theory being that deterrence works because there's a Panopticon, there's a center, and then the prison is a circle, right? And it's around the middle tower. So the idea is the prison is circular. There it is. And there's a watcher in the middle. Whether or not someone is actually in the tower watching is irrelevant because the threat of being watched is enough to stop people from doing bad things. Hence the camera system in London that's worked so lovely to reduce crime. It actually does work. The threat of deterrence is bigger than anything. Can you see who developed the Panopticon? You had it up, that image search. It's got to give it credit. It's not Foucault adopted it in Discipline and Punishment. Jeremy Bentham. Thank you. Very good. Jeremy Bentham invented this idea of the Panopticon, and that's what works. It's the threat. You don't even have to actually watch. You can just tell them that you are watching. There you go. Now, how did you guys get motivated to clean your room and stuff? Did you guys clean your rooms?
Yeah. I forget. You know what it was? I don't know how my mom tricked me into doing it. Because I remember I used to be mom's best dishwasher, you know?
Now you're the best at washing
I was the best at it. And so, like, after every, we used to have Shabbos dinner every Friday, like a little family dinner. And it would be, dinner's over, Nadav, you wanna do what you're best at? I'm like, do I? And then I'm just at the sink looking at her. I'm like, look how good I'm doing this, Mom. And then she's like, oh, wow, I can't do it that good. And then I think, I don't know, somewhere like late elementary school, maybe middle school, definitely before middle school, I was just like a hold on, I hate doing this. And this gets done if I don't do it. What am I doing here? And then I slowly just kind of was like, yeah, I'm good on that. I don't think I'm going to do that this time. And then I kind of grew out of it. But I was a super clean, like, mama's boy when I was growing up.
Yeah. Well, it's good you wanted your mother's approval, so she gave it to you. I bet I could get Juju to do it that way. He's sweet like you. Annie, what about you? Did you do what your mom told you?
Absolutely not. No, yeah, I never did it. I mean, I did up until about 8th grade when I realized that, you know, when I got to 5, and I realized nothing happens after that.
Yeah,
but whatever it was, yeah, there was a moment where it switched, and then it's just kind of like, nah. But I'm an only child, so it's like it's a little easier for me to be, you know, what is it?
A fuckhead. Because I was an only child too. Believe me, I remember.
Yeah,
I had stepsisters, but they don't.
But also, it's like 8th grade. I mean, like that's when the rebellion starts. You know, you start turning into like a preteen, teenager. Like that's when you're like, hey, fuck you, mom, fuck you, you know, all that shit. So, kind of makes sense that like you just want to please your parents up until that point.
Yeah, I said 8th grade. I'm gonna be real. I don't remember. I think there was just a very quick point where I'm just not gonna. You know, I mean, I still do it now. I don't hear people. Like, it's just a thing. I'm just like,
In the Panopticon, you're like, hey, there isn't anyone in the watchtower. Mm-hmm. That's what it is.
She used to tell me the eyes behind her head shit. I, like, opened that up one day. I'm like, there ain't shit back here. Fucking liar. How dare you? I ain't doing shit for you.
Well, that's why I think, especially with boys, this is what I've heard, is that there's a time in a boy's life where he realizes he may be stronger than his own father. So the father has to kind of fucking show him, like, no, bro, I'm still the alpha here. Maybe there's something in that. Like once a child realizes their power, even I did. By the time I was 13, I was like, go fuck your mother. I'm out of here. What are you going to do to me? What are you going to fucking do to me now?
That's actually a great point. That was for sure, like the fact that I did not have, because I was always afraid of my dad, especially my dad. He was a tank. So when he was out, and because that was so soon, I was stronger than my mom at like fucking 8 years old. Like, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do to me?
Mm-hmm.
And I think men respect the physical. You guys size each other up in rooms. Women, I don't think, from what I've heard, men, you walk into a room and you go, I could take that guy. I could take that guy. Is that true? I certainly don't. But.
Absolutely. Like every time you date a new chick, or if you get with a girl, you gotta look at the ex, the one that she talks about. Can you fuck him up? Because you might need to. You might need to, my man.
I've never had that thought.
You're not a scumbag.
Like, who do I have to be ready to fight? Like, I've never fucking thought that.
You just gotta know. I gotta know.
That's true, because every guy I've been with, the alpha males I've been with have thought that way. Like, let me see what's up with him, you know, like, what's up with that? But then girls do it too. I'll do it. I'll be like, who's your fucking ex? Let me look at her. Let me see this bitch. She cuter than me? She better not be fucking cuter than me.
That's how you know you're about to have a toxic ass relationship. That's like the first night. You're just like, how stupid was your ex? I'm just like, yeah, check her out. She's kind of pretty, huh? I'm like, I mean, she's all right. You know, like you way better, but you know. It's yours though. It's yours.
Fuck all of that.
Tom is so sweet. Tom will always be like, oh, she was kind of big. You know, she was fucking fat or something. Like, yeah, she's not me. But then you do that for your spouse. You're always like, yeah, my ex, smallest dicks. Oh, all of them, smallest. Ugh, and they're all so dumb and broke. Ugh, you're the best. Yeah, you got a romance who you're with, right? All right. I love you. I love you guys.
Love you too, Jen.
Love you.
I love my booth guys. Miss you too, guys. I can't wait to see you guys and just holding you and loving you and what does he say? Pinching your little hole. Massaging your hole. So anyway, go ahead and prescribe on YouTube if you like this show. And that way you'll get notified every time it drops. See what I'm wearing next week. I might come as a completely different evil person.
I don't know. I'll find out what's in my closet. Okay. I love you. Have a great week. Have a good weekend and good day tomorrow and good Labor Day. All right. Until next time, stay cool, moms. Mwah! You gorgeous.
Where my mom's at. Where my mom's wearing thongs, hitting bongs at. Raising kids, cleaning shits, need a long nap. Where my mom's